Hey guys! So, some of you may be wondering what's up with my hair and my different colored eyes. Well, I got dreadfalls and contact because I'm half blind in this eye now, apparently. Thanks, doctors. So I'm seriously getting sick and tired of constantly getting asked to explain this. What happened to blank and you? Why are you not together? It's annoying. It brings back some bad memories. And let's just rip off the band-aid now, why don't we? Well, I am already in a mildly shitty mood. Why not make it worse? Why not make it worse? So, number one, these are just all my serious relationships that have lasted like a month or whatever. There has not been that many. Number one, James. This happened a couple years ago. James and I, that was a bad idea from the start. The beginning, I didn't really like him to begin with that much. He had an obsession with me. I kissed his best friend. Before we were dating, of course. He saw that, got really jealous, punched a mailbox, then 3 or 4 days later we ended up dating. And then he kind of grew on me like mold or fungus. It was something. And so he had given me his Facebook information to log in for him. But I went on his Facebook. I wasn't even lurking, wasn't even looking for anything like that. I was like, oh, he hasn't texted me in a while. I want to hang out with him. I wonder where he's at. Like, I just wanted to see if he was hanging out with somebody. So I could be like, hey, tell James this or whatever. And I saw he was messaging, sexting, sending pictures and shit. And these chicks were so ugly. Like, I don't think that much of myself, but this one chick in particular that he ended up dating right after we broke up, actually getting together with him, probably cheating on her too. But she was older than he. She was like 22, right? And he was like, I don't know, he was a little bit younger than me. I think he was like 16 or something. I don't remember. But this was a couple of years ago. So, God, this chick was so fucking ugly. Like, I don't think that much of myself, but goddamn, talk about a downgrade. Like, this bitch, okay, I'm fat. I know I'm fat. Everybody tells me I'm fat. I know I'm fat. This bitch did not know she was fat. She was fat. Like, it looked like she had 10 babies. Gross. And then her fucking thighs were literally cottage cheese. Don't ask how I know this. Anyways, moving on. So, she jumped me in the park while I was going to my then girlfriend's house. And, she beat the shit out of me. Her and 3 other girls beat the shit out of me. And then they started bashing me on Facebook for like the next 4 months after that. That was horrible. And at that point I had this giant gash in my leg from falling on a bunch of rocks while hiking to my then girlfriend's house through the woods. And it was like that thick and that long. It was horrible. I still have a scar from it. And it was just freaking bleeding all over. She opened it and left me in the park to bleed out. It was great. And she literally ripped my hair and grabbed my hair and shoved my head between her legs so I could smell her tuna taco. It was fucking gross. She smelt like she had herpetogonosyphilis. Anyways. So yeah, and he decided to get with her. They did not last very long because I called the cops on them. I was like, yeah, the statutory rape. I pulled that card. I'm not sorry. She's in jail. I'm a bitch. Just a smidge. Moving on. So, second serious relationship. This is kind of in chronological order. I'm changing her name. Let's say her name is Katie. That's her name. Katie. We had been off and on since fucking 6th grade. She would never really commit. She gave me my first orgasm on the bus, thank you, in 6th grade. She didn't live that far from me. I would walk through the woods and sneak out to see her all the time. We never really had sex. But yeah, she totally turned into a giant slutty whore, because after I broke up with James, and then her and I broke up, then she got with James. And she was pissed at me for a long time because she liked James, and I didn't know that when I was dating James. So then when James and me broke up, I was like, don't go out with him. He's an asshole. He's going to cheat on you. She went out with him. They broke up. She was all suicidal and tried to kill herself and went to the hospital. Why? He was cheating on her. Told you. Did I not warn you? Yes, I did. You can't say that I didn't. I don't feel sorry for you. But anyways, we got back together off and on, and last straw was when she decided to send my nudes to my dad. Thanks, bitch. Thanks. Nice job. So, I texted her mom. I was like, hey, you should check Katie's phone. What did she find? Oh, tons of nudes of Katie and her talking to how many other guys over the internet? Tons. I'm a bitch. Serious relationship number 3. Whew, this one's a doozy. This one lasted, again, off and on for about 2 years. Mostly on. But, I was in love with this guy. I was so in love. His name was Dakota. Loved this guy, was in love with him. He lived in fucking Connecticut. Where did I live? Washington. That's halfway across the fucking continent. I was so infatuated with him. Even though I saw proof of him cheating on me, I still stayed with him. We did not break up until like December-ish of last year. I'm not even kidding. I was such an idiot. And I never met him in person, Skyped him a few times, FaceTimed him a couple times. He was constantly getting his phone taken away, and I found out through his Instagram that he had a girlfriend because he was taking pictures with her and stuff and kissing her and blah, blah, blah. And they were recent. So I screenshotted it and sent it to him. I was like, excuse me, I'm not no dumb bitch. You can't tell me this isn't you. Those were old pictures. Look at the fucking date in the screenshot. Excuse me. That's what I thought. Sorry. I have to go sassy there. That's just... can't help it. Anyways. While me and Dakota were off on our break things, I was dating Travis. God, Travis. And I will not disguise his name because he is an asswipe. However, I stayed with him for a little bit, for like, spend the night. Literally, I would wake up to him on top of me trying to me. He was really he wasn't really horrible. Like, there could have been worse things in the world. But you can still pretend that I don't exist. But you will never change the fact that I made you. Serious relationship, what is it now? I fucking lost count. 5, I think. Nigel. We did not last very long. We were off and on, you know, kind of. This guy was so stupid. He was literally like the blonde. He was like a blonde girl in a hot guy's body. Like, why are you so stupid? God, he's one of those stupid, poorly educated rich kids, okay? He was a spoiled little brat, and again, didn't care about much but sex. Whatever. He was hot. I was okay with it. This fucking guy. I was like, hey babe, I'm gonna go into Walmart and grab Tapatio chips. He's like, what's that? I was like, you know, Tapatio chips, you know, like the sauce? You mean Tabaggio? I'm like, what the fuck is Tabaggio? That's how you say it. I'm Mexican, I should know. Tabaggio? Excuse me, it's Tapatio. Are you retarded? Like, Oh my god. But anyways, now on to my last relationship. And I'm gonna disguise his name. Let's call him Jake. Jake was not horrible to me. It was great in the beginning. I was so in love. Aren't we all though? I got kicked out of my house in March, and he kind of came to my rescue, and allowed me to stay with him for a while. And I know he's not watching this video because he hates the fact that I did and do YouTube. This was one of the breakups that have gotten me down. We broke up a couple weeks ago, and he keeps trying to get back into my life, you know, but it hurts to talk to him. It makes me sad because I can't see him. Anyways, we straight up broke up because of my ex's ex trying to get in his pants, and he was like flirting with her and this stuff. And I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? And then she like started having all of her friends send me death threats and was like, go kill yourself, blah, 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 blah. But anyways, and long story short, that is it. That is all of my serious relationships. Not as much as I thought because, you know, internet dating doesn't really count. However, Dakota was an exception and also an obsession. But anyways, that is it. Please don't ask this question again. I love you guys, but I hate it when you ask me these shitty questions. I will see you guys in another video. Goodbye.